Hey everybody, the true RC is here. Sorry it took so long everybody, but I am pleased to announce that I am finally going to make my return to anime reactions after a very, very long hiatus. I apologize for it taking so long, as well as, for not really saying anything about it throughout the whole process, but that's what I'm here today for, to explain everything that's been going on behind the scenes and what we're going to be doing going forward here. You see, it all began in 2022 when I got my job at the post office. If you remember, near the end of 2022, for like 3 months, I recorded and uploaded basically nothing. Like no anime videos during that period. And then I came back starting in 2023 and kept the videos moving for a while. The reason that happened was because the work schedule was about as hectic as you could imagine in that line of work. It was a lot of hours, very unpredictable schedule, and made it nearly impossible to record videos at any consistent level, so I couldn't do it during that time. But then as 2023 rolled around, they didn't call me back to come in, so I was like, well, I'll just keep making videos. And then like 6 months go by, and I just thought that was it, end of story. But then no. All of a sudden, out of thin air, in August, as I was recording episode 5 of Vinland Saga, it's in the video, I even mention it, they gave me the call back to come in. And I was like, okay, well, guess I'm going back to work, and I was gonna see if I could still try to make videos in the midst of that, but it became clear to me very quickly that that was not gonna happen, because all the problems that were present, in my 2022 season working there, well, they were much worse during that season. Lots of overtime, unpredictable schedules, working sometimes 6 days a week even, in the midst of things. So, things weren't exactly working out. So my plan was to just hold on until my schedule could normalize, because after a while working there, they eventually can convert you into being a career-level employee, where you'll get a set scheduled days off, and they can't give you as much overtime. So I was hoping to bide my time until that happened, and I really wish I had been more transparent about that being my plan, but I eventually got into this mindset of where I didn't want to really make any public announcements until I had, really good news to say, because realistically, even if I got that, set schedule, I wasn't positive that I would be able to make videos again necessarily. So I held out, just kept working, did my live streams and a few gaming videos on the side whenever I had some time, because I could do those more sporadically. That wasn't as big of a problem, but did that for a while until around October-ish of last year, October 2024. I made it. I got converted to being a career employee, got my set schedule, and I was like, awesome, I can make my move to try to get back into things. And then I remembered, oh wait, yeah, we're also going to be entering the peak season, so that plan was pretty much out the window, because during peak, yeah, all that stuff about less overtime and the fixed schedule, kind of goes out the window slightly. So I had to wait for that to be done, and it kept going for a little bit even after the peak was done. But once it was, I started to make some moves to try to get back into the anime reaction game. I started to fix up my setup a little, rearrange and gather up the necessary resources again, because it had been a long time, and I was doing all that in the background until recently, a couple weeks ago, I got everything pretty much assembled, even weeks and weeks before that, but I suddenly had the drive to make the anime reactions again, and part of that was because my coworkers, a lot of them, they like anime as well, so I often was talking about it with them, and they were talking about some new ones that were coming out that they liked, and they said that I should watch them, and I was like, I'd be very interested in watching some of these, but at the same time, I don't usually really watch all that much anime on my own. I generally tend to watch it here making the reactions. So I was like, well, if I want to watch one of these, I'd probably want to react to it. And then I came to a realization that if I wanted to get back to making videos full on again, I should probably record some as like a test to see if I can still do it comfortably, or if there's gonna be some like adjustment period. So I needed to react to something that I consider to be more lower stakes. You know, I didn't want to just hop back into Vinland Saga, which was the main reaction series, and risk it, you know, caving in on itself. So I needed something that I didn't think necessarily there was gonna be like on a main poll or something down the line, and it was something that was being recommended to me a lot at my workplace. Like 3 or 4 different people were like, you should watch this. So I decided to pick that and do some test recordings of it. And that's what I reacted to for like 3 or 4 videos I recorded of it, was solo leveling. Solo leveling, they recommended that to me, and I was like, this will be the perfect way to test it out. And I did that. I recorded 3 reactions. The first 3 episodes of solo leveling is what I've recorded right now, and honestly, I thought they went pretty well. Just about the same level that I've been recording beforehand. I kind of just went right back into it like nothing had happened. Maybe the first like 10 seconds I felt like maybe I was going to be straining a little bit, but I think I got back into it pretty well. So after doing those test recordings, I decided, you know what? I think I'm ready to get back into this. I'm in a good place with my work schedule. You know, things are nice and consistent. I can, you know, portion my time properly, that I think I can get these out fairly consistently. So from here on out, officially, I'm back. I'm recording anime reactions again, and the first of which is going to be going out today when this video goes up on Patreon for you guys to enjoy. And then, of course, as is normal, after a week, that will go up onto YouTube as well. But don't worry, it's not just going to be solo leveling for you guys who've been waiting for Vinland Saga, and even for some of those commissioned reactions that I've still got, you know, saved away to do. Those are coming back too. I'm not just going to go all the way through solo leveling before getting back to Vinland Saga. I'm going to hop back into Vinland Saga and have that out after those 3 episodes of solo leveling are up. And if you guys want to see more solo leveling, maybe if you thought those did really well and you want to see more, let me know, and I'll gladly record some more of those too in the background, maybe as like a weekend thing, because I haven't done a weekend series in ages either. But yeah, that's about the long and short of it, really. I'm getting back into anime reactions. I'm very, very sorry it took so long. Genuinely, I really wish I had spoken more about it. I put a community post or anything, but I had just gotten into this mentality, like I said, of only wanting good news, because I couldn't say anything definitively. You know, I could have just said something about that. I could have been direct about it, and I feel bad about not saying anything on this channel or on Patreon about it. But I guess to make up for it, they'll have some videos coming out daily to look forward to of solo leveling and then Vinland Saga, because, well, I've got 3 saved up. That should make it a bit easier to at least have a little bit of a backlog to keep videos out going more daily, which I generally don't like to record videos in advance, especially not anime reactions, but just at the process of these being test recordings, that ended up being how it had to be done. So yeah, but all in all, I hope you guys are excited for the return of my anime reactions. Thank you so much for being patient all this time. I got plenty of comments and messages and stuff in the meantime asking when I would be back, and those were the few times I mentioned in any public capacity about my process of coming back. I would respond to the comments and tell them that I was working on it, you know, and things of that nature. But genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for sticking around all this time, waiting for me to return, and I'm very, very happy to be coming back to anime reactions. Honestly, recording those test recordings for solo leveling felt like coming home after a long vacation, you know? You know that feeling after you've been on vacation for like a week and you come back into the house and you just have that nice, relaxing vibe going? Felt like that. So yep, stay tuned. Anime reactions are officially back, with the first of which coming out onto Patreon today, if you guys want to check that one out. And I don't intend on slowing down anytime soon unless anything changes out of nowhere, which I highly doubt, but I suppose anything is possible. So for now, that's all I gotta say. So thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you are looking forward to the anime reactions coming back, and I genuinely hope to catch you guys there. If you have any more questions about what's been going on, I'll be happy to fill them. But until we meet again, I will see you guys later!